Good morning, my dear students. How are you? Okay, I think all are safe. Okay, last videos we have discussed the world between wars part 1 we have discussed. Totally part 1 completed. Now we will discuss about the world between wars part 2. Part 1 completed. This is part 2. That is continuous. This is a 14th lesson in our textbook. So 13th lesson, the world between wars part 1, and 14th lesson, the world between wars part 2. So paper 2, second lesson. Okay, here the world between wars part 1, there is we have discussed about two world wars. Two world wars causes and two world wars effects. What happened after two world wars, what happened to held the two world wars, and next which organizations are established after two world wars. After first world war, which organization was established? After second world war, which organization was established? This is also we have discussed in World Between Wars first part 1. In this chapter, we will discuss about Russian Revolution, main Russian Revolution, Socialist Revolution. Next, Great Depression. Great Depression. First thing, Russian Socialist Revolution. And second thing is that Great Depression. Second thing, Great Depression. These two things, main thing, and which countries are affected by Great Depression, how they, how they came out from that Great Depression. So these things also we'll discuss in this chapter. So now, first thing about Russian Socialist Revolution we will discuss. Okay. Russian Socialist Revolution, it was held in 1917 in two phases. First, March Revolution. Second one, October Revolution. March Revolution, October Revolution. March 1917, October 1917. In two phases, revolution was held in Russia. First thing about Russia we will see. Russia is a vast country and it is Eurasian country. The Russia located in Europe and Asia. That's why it is Eurasian country. That time in 1917 before and 1917 that time, Russia is third populous country in the world. Third populous country. That time 156 million population is there in that Russia. Okay, first we know, first country, which is the first populous country, largest populated country, China, yes. And second largest populated country, yes, our India. India is a second largest populated country, we know. And that time third populated country is Russia. Present it is 9th place, not third place. That time third place. Why? Because that time third place means it is unity of so many other countries. Russia is unity of other countries. Russia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenia, these etc. These all countries are included in Russia. That's why there is a most population is there. At present, do you know how much population Russia? 146 million. 146 million present population of Russia. According to 2020, 146 million and ninth place, ninth populated country. Which is third populated country present? Actually, first populated country China. Present also nearly 140 million, 140 crores population is there. 140 crores population. And the second place India, 135 crores population is there present according to 2020. And next third place United States of America. United States of America, there is also 30 crores, more than 30 crores is there. And but in Russia 14 crores 60 lakhs something. That's why 146 million. We know 1 million equal to 10 lakhs. 1 million equal to 10 lakhs. So okay, so like that, present third place is United States of America, and that time in 1970 time, third population country is Russia. Okay, so it is a very vast Eurasian country. Okay, and here in this country, totally the people are dependent on agriculture. Agriculture and these activities. There is only agriculture country. That time, so many peasants are facing lot of problem by landlords. Why? Because federal lords are there. Federal lords have, who are the federal lords? Those who have more land. Those who have more land, those are federal lords, are landlords. Landlords have more land. The land given to peasants by rent. Who paid rent and which is the land till by them, and who paid rent, those are peasants. So peasants are there. Peasants means we know agriculture laborers, farmers. Agriculture farmers are laborers. Those are there in that time maximum. All peasants are facing struggles and problems by landlords, by federal lords. Such like situations are there in that Russia during that period. Okay, almost agriculture is there in that country. Okay, next here, that time 1802 up to revolution 1917, Russia was ruled by Tsars. Actually, Russian rulers are called as Tsars. We can pronounce Tsars. And these are kings. We can say kings, but in Russia they are known as Tsars. And kings are Tsars, queens are Tsarinas. Queens are Tsarinas. Tsarina. We can write this is like this also. C-Z-A-R, like this also. Okay, Tsar. So 1800 to 1970, nearly 5 Tsars are ruled Russia. 5 Tsars. Those are Alexander, Nicholas I, Alexander II, Alexander III, Nicholas II. Who are they? Alexander, Alexander I, Nicholas I, Alexander II, Alexander III, and last Nicholas II. Like that, Russia ruled by these people. Actually, Alexander, he was from 1800 to 1825. 1800 onwards. Okay. Next 1825 to 1855. Next 1855 to 1881. Next 1881 to 1894. 1894 to 1917. Like this, these rulers are ruled. Alexander I, Alexander Nicholas I, and Tsar Alexander, Tsar Nicholas, Tsar Alexander II, Tsar Alexander III, Tsar Nicholas II. You can easily guess, during the 1917, who is the ruler of Russia? Yes, he is Tsar Nicholas II. He is the last ruler. He is the last ruler of Russia. 1917 time he was there. Why during his period Russia faced revolution? Why? Because he is not a good ruler. He did not rule well. He was autocratic. He was autocratic. In Telugu, Niyanta, dictator. What he want, he will do. He did not see the welfare of the people. He did not see any welfare of the people. Such like King Tsar Nicholas II. He was the last ruler of Russia. During his period, there is World War is going on. First World War. I remember First World War period is 1814 to 1918. So First World War is going on. That time, what he is doing, he is taking lot of money from Russia and spending in the war. Economically, Russia went down. Actually, economically well developed country. But what happened? Because of war, because he's deliberate, totally it's taking money from, shifting from Russia to war. And total everything, money, food, everything is shifting to war. That's why in Russia, food shortage happened. Food shortage. And next, economically poor, totally there is no money to spend the welfare of the people. There is no money. Tsar Nicholas II spending lot of money on the army. And that time, Russian army is the largest army in the world. But in the war, largest loser of soldiers, First World War Russia. Largest soldiers, largest loser of soldiers. Maximum people, maximum soldiers are lost their life of Russian soldiers mainly in in First World War. Maximum people they lost. Totally in Russia, economically declined, and food shortage is there. But the war is going on there. He is shifting everything from Russia. That time there is no food for the poor people. There is no food. Okay, such like time on March 8th, what happened? So, who is the last ruler of Russia? Tsar Nicholas II. During his period, March 8th, in Saint Petersburg, that time capital of Russia, Saint Petersburg. Saint Petersburg, what happened? Saint Petersburg, what happened? 10,000 women workers in one factory. That is textile factory. 10,000 women workers. They started revolution. They started one of the movements. Why? Because of food shortage. They started mainly peace and bread. We want peace and bread. Like that, they started movement in that factory in Saint Petersburg. They started movement. They walked in the streets up to King's palace. Then king ordered his army, his soldiers, go and suppress that revolution, suppress that movement. And the soldiers came out. Instead of firing on the revolution, instead of firing on the mob, what they have done? They are joined with these revolutionaries peoples, demonstrators. They joined with demonstrators. They joined, and along with the people, all common people also joined with them, and soldiers also joined with them. These all people are started revolution against the king. Then king nothing to do. He unable to do anything. He could not do anything. What he has done? He was abdicated the throne. Abdicated, removed from the throne. Then there is provincial government was happened. Some groups of people taken government that time. When it was happened? 1917 March. So here, dear students, you have to understood one thing. Actually, Russian calendar that time and our world calendar is different. Russian calendar that time, which calendar they are following means Julian calendar. Which calendar that is? Julian calendar. Russian calendar is a Julian calendar. Our world calendar is Gregorian calendar. Gregorian calendar. What is the difference between Julian calendar and Gregorian calendar? Julian calendar, Gregorian calendar is 13 days ahead, 13 days front. Gregorian calendar, 13 days. 13 days front than Julian calendar. So okay, according to Julian calendar when up to when they have followed, up to where they have followed means up to 1918 they followed Julian calendar. After that, they followed our Gregorian calendar. They are also included our Gregorian calendar. Total world following Gregorian calendar. Russian people also followed Gregorian calendar from 1918 onwards. Before 1918, they followed Julian calendar. So here you have to understood March. This revolution happened according to Gregorian calendar, but according to Julian calendar, it was happened in February. Why? Because 13 days back Julian calendar. Gregorian calendar 13 days front. I understood, my dear students. So this was happened February 27th or 28th that time. So according to March, our Gregorian calendar, it was happened in March 12th. The Russian revolution happened in March 12th. Next, here October revolution. According to Julian calendar, it was October revolution. According to Gregorian calendar, it is November revolution. It was happened in November 8th. It was happened in November 8th. According to Gregorian calendar, November 8th. According to Julian calendar, October 8th. Have you got it? My dear student, have you got it? Again I am telling. So Russia up to 1918 they followed Julian calendar. Julian calendar, and actually world calendar is Gregorian calendar. Julian calendar 13 days back than Gregorian calendar. So there is revolution held in Russia actually in February. According to their calendar, February. According to Gregorian calendar, that was happened in March. Understood? Next, another revolution held. I have told two pairs revolution. Another revolution held in October. Okay, October. According to Julian calendar, it was held in October. According to Gregorian calendar, it was held in November. Have got it? So here, March 8th, that revolution started. I mean, people, the women started this revolution about peace and bread. For which purpose they have started? Peace and bread. And the Tsar Nicholas II, who was the last ruler of Russia, he was left his throne and he went away, and it was taken by provincial government. The groups of people they have taken, they have started. It was happened in 1917 February or March. Here another thing happened. What happened after that? When the provincial government started, they wanted to continue the war. Actually, war is going on, 1917. They wanted to continue the war. Why? They thought that the pride of Russian pride will be going on, will shut down. That's why they wanted to continue the war. They wanted to continue, but remaining people they did not like. They did not like to continue the war. Why? Because they have already experienced loss of economy, loss of money, food shortage, everything is there. That's why they don't want it to continue the war. But the provincial government people, who are the groups of people, they wanted to continue. In that time, these common people, these Soviets, they have formed councils. They have organized, there is one organization was established. Councils of organization. In that council of organization, who are they? These soldiers, workers, agricultural laborers, common people. These all people are, they have established they formed as a council. That is called Soviets. Those are called Soviets. Those are called Soviets. Who are Soviets? Who are Soviets? Soviets are soldiers. Who are Soviets? Soldiers, industrial workers, and common people. These all are called Soviets. These all are called Soviets. They formed as a organization. They formed as a council. That organization is, that council is called as Russian Communist Party. This is channelized as a Russian Communist Party. Russian Communist Party. They formed like that. One of the organization. Russian Communist Party, it is also called as Bolsheviks Party. What is that? Bolsheviks Party. Bolsheviks Party, Russian Communist Party, Russian Communist Party, by whom? It was by Soviets. Who are the Soviets? Soviets are soldiers, industrial workers, common people. These all are formed as a Soviets. That is one of the council. That is Russian Socialist Party, and this is known as Bolsheviks Party. Do you know who was the leader of Bolshevik Party? Yes, Bolshevik Party leader is Vladimir Lenin. Vladimir Lenin. He is a leader of Bolshevik Party. Vladimir Lenin. His full name is Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov actually. So that is not important for us, but we have to know Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov, his name. So he is known as Lenin. Actually, he is called as Lenin. He was the leader of Bolshevik party, Russian Communist Party, Bolshevik party. Bolsheviks, those are Bolsheviks, and that is Bolshevik party. The leader is Vladimir Lenin. Actually, we can say Lenin. Under his leadership, he don't wanted to see the provisional government. He don't wanted to see the provisional. Why? Because they wanted to continue the war. They don't wanted to see the welfare of the people. That's why the leader, under his Soviets, with the Soviets, they started some demands to the provincial government. What are those demands? Very, very important. What are those demands? They started, Bolsheviks started demands. Bolsheviks started revolution with some demands. What are those demands? First one, nationalization of lands. Nationalization of lands and redistribute that lands to peasants, landless people. Nationalization of all lands of Russia and redistribute that lands to peasants. That is one of the important demand. Next, they demand that peace, unconditional peace. Another one, unconditional peace. Unconditional peace, which means they don't wanted to see the war. They wanted to stop the war. That is, they need unconditional peace in that country. Okay, that is. Next, control over prices. Control over prices. There is very high level prices are there. They wanted to control the prices. They wanted to reduce the prices. The demand. And last one, nationalization of banks and factories. Banks and factories. Nationalization of banks and factories. These are the demands they have started under Lenin by Bolsheviks. They started revolution. They started moving. When it was happened? In October. They demanded. They started this movement and there is up to they went up to provisional government. They entered into the provisional government. Then provisional government was breakdown. It was broke out. There is no provisional government. They got success. These people are got success under leadership of Lenin. This was happened in October or November. According to Julian calendar, October. According to Gregorian calendar, November. This was happened. This is called October Revolution. This is called as October Revolution. So what happened here? There totally the people they demanded along with Soviets. They went on provisional government. They demanded. They questioned the provisional government. Provisional government unable to do anything. It was left. It was stopped. Then Russia become one of the union. There is immediately what happened when the revolution started, when the revolution ended, immediately there is first they have done nationalization of lands. They have taken the lands of Russian landlords and they redistribute the land. And actually the war was ended. Second thing is that the war was ended. There is no war. There is no war relation with Russia to the war. Totally war. There is no war. Prices are almost controlled. Nationalization banks and factories are little bit happened. But whatever they required, whatever they need after a revolution, it was not got success. Fully did not return everything. Why? Because there is civil war started in Russia. There is some disputes, some civil war, some struggles are started in Russia. That's why they are unable to get fully demands. They are unable to return all fully demands. They did not return all the lands of all lands are redistribution. They did not get unconditional peace totally. They did not get control over the prices totally. But little bit what happened. Why? Because there is civil war started in Russia. What those civil war? White army of Russia, Russian white army. The civil war held between Russian white armies. Those are socialist, communist, and anti-communist people. Communist oppositors are there. Anti-communist people. There is a war. There is a civil war started. There is a struggle started between white armies of Russia and anti-communist people. Who are the anti-communist people? They are supported by Britain, France, USA and Japan. They are supported to these anti-communist people. Go and fight against Russian socialists. Why? Because they don't want to see Russian socialism to all over the world. They fear that it will be spread to all over the world. Remaining countries also, they followed such like revolutions. They will start such like revolutions. They will inspire. That's why, in the fear of that revolution, these Britain, France, USA, Japan, they have supported some people go and fight against the Russian army. Such like there is a fight started, there is a war started between white army and anti-communist people. In 1920, there is no war. The war was held the war was completed. Russia got success. In 1920, by 1920, Russia got success. In 1920, Russia got success. Okay, so Russia, what happened that time? Russia told that who are the people wanted to be in Russia, they can be continue. Which are the countries they don't wanted to be in Russia, they can be get independence. Russia will be socialist country, democratic socialist country. There is no empire. The end of empire. There is no empire in Russia. Totally empire was controlled. There is no emperors, there is no empire. Everything will be not there in the Russia. Russia will be socialist country. Which are the countries wanted to be in Russia as a union, they can be continue. Which are the countries don't wanted to be in Russia, they can get independence. Like that Russia was announced. And lastly, almost so many countries are joined with Russia, continue with Russia. Like that, Russia formed as a union of Soviet Socialist Republic. That is called USSR. That is called as USSR. Russia formed as a union of socialist socialist Soviet Republic. Russia formed as a union of socialist Soviet Republic. Like that, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. Soviet Socialist Republic like that we can say this is USSR. USSR. When it was formed like this? 1924. 1924, with so many other countries, Russia formed as a Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, in 1924. Up to it was 1991. 1991, Russia as a Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. But in 1991, it was formed as, it was changed as a United States of Soviet Russia. United States of Soviet Russia. When it was happened like that, when it was changed like this? 1991. This is also USSR. United States of Soviet Russia. United States of Soviet Russia. Like that it was changed. Well, in 1991. In 1924, it was formed as a Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, and in 1991, it was breakdown. Totally, Russia was changed, and again it was formed as a United States of Soviet Russia. United States of Soviet Russia in 1991. Have you got it? Okay, like that, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic was happened in 1924 under Bolsheviks, which means totally socialism. Socialism is there in Russia. Okay, so here under leadership of Lenin. But what happened, unfortunately, in 1924, Lenin was died. After Lenin was died in 1924, after death of Lenin, who came? Stalin came in 1924. Who came? Stalin came. Lenin after Stalin came as a ruler, as a leader of Bolsheviks. Who came? Stalin. In 1924, after death of Lenin. You can easily understood who was the first, Lenin or Stalin. There is some a little bit confused. Who was first, Lenin or Stalin? So here, very simple. Lenin will start with L. Stalin will start with S. In alphabets, L is first, S is next. M L L M L O L M N O P Q R S. L first, S second. That's why Lenin first, Stalin next. You understand? So after Lenin, Stalin came. Stalin is very wonderful, well ruler. He wanted to see that Russia in economically well developed. He wanted to develop economically very highly. He wanted to develop Russia as an economical country, as an economical development country. He wanted to see unconditional peace. He wanted to see industrially development. Everything will wanted to develop well in the total world. So his main aim is like that. He wanted to control everything. He don't wanted to see opposition. He don't want to see any opposition in that country. So like that, he wanted to develop country, Russia. So in this situation, what he has done for economic development, he started some plans for economic development. Some plans he has started. Okay, and some programs, economical development programs he was started. What are those economic development programs? First thing is that 5-year plans. In Russia, 5-year plans are started in 1928 by Stalin. 1928. 5-year plans he has started for better economic development. 5-year plans. 5-year plans, 1928. Have understood? 5-year plans we have also. 1950 onwards, 1951 onwards, we have some 5-year plans. 5-year plans means every 5 years they will plan for development one aspect, anything, agriculture or industry or employment or literacy, whatever, like this. So in Russia 1928 by Stalin, 5-year plans they have started. In these 5-year plans, twin policy, what are those? Twin policy, they have started twin policy. What are the twin policy means? Two policies. What are those two policies? Rapid industrialization, rapid industrialization and the second one, collectivization of agriculture. Collectivization of agriculture, rapid industrialization, collectivization of agriculture. These are the twin policies he had started. Twin policies. Understood? These twin policies, what happened? According to 5-year plans, the twin policies he had started. In the twin policies, we will discuss first collectivization of agriculture. First thing is that collectivization of agriculture. Collectivization of agriculture, we will see now. What about that collectivization of agriculture? Collectivization of agriculture. We will see collectivization of agriculture. For 5 minutes aయింది. आप जैसे मैं रिकॉर्ड कर मैं लगा तो फाइल पास हो कर सच फाइल का ఇది ఒక్కనే